Welcome back, everybody. How are you guys today? I'm Miss Shine Night 7. Welcome. This is a 21 plus reading. Raw, uncut, unfiltered, unbiased reader. I don't know what the messages will be. Ooh, my car got all been up before the messages come out. So please take only what resonates with you and leave the rest. Suggestions, questions, comments can be left in the comment section below. This is a general plus a collective reading. It won't resonate with every single one of you. And if it does not resonate, please check out some of the other videos in the playlist along with before you go. Make sure you subscribe, like and share, and hit the bell notification along with the thumbs up. Hey, 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 hey. How y'all guys doing today? I have y'all messages for today. This is a general plus a collective reading. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss the next time I upload, go live. I have a short little message to tell you. Hey, 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 hey. How y'all guys doing today? Snake eyes. Two. That was one. 1, 2, 6, 8, 12, 19, 5, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 12, and 19. Snake eyes and the color red on the dies. Today, I don't know what the energy is going to be. We're going to bring some order to chaos. Somebody that's in denial here. Somebody that's in denial and a bold-faced liar is what I heard. Oh, shoot. Okay. That's what we're going for. That's what they said. Let me see what they got here, y'all. Let me pull a bunch out and see what I get. Something was not curb appeal in here. No, some didn't have curb appeal. Some wasn't so as appealing as they thought it was. I don't know. Some bully energy. Some date night. Oh wait. Hold on. Date night. Back to life. Somebody transformed and changed out who they was when it came to some translator about out and about. So when it came to a rebel, when shit got stacked up against them, when they came against you here, something about money, some more money issue when it came about their way. Somebody could smoke Winston's when it came about welcoming a shit show here. Somebody put on a show. Somebody that's at a long distance. Or even at a distance. Play spot. Play spot is here. Playlist. Play spot is back. Looking for your replacement is here too. Somebody reaching people when it matters under Saturn. Somebody thought it mattered when they went over to something or someone else. That's what I heard. I don't know. Take it as what it resonates. Something was unique, but they feel like they got anxiety about the shit now. Something about 20. Can they do something for them here? Talk to somebody when it came to their ops. They're under pressure here. They don't know which way to freaking go when it came to a vibe killer. And something that inspired them like Spice, Ice Spice. And that person betrayed them too. That person wasn't a Mac 6969. It's revolving around something or someone else when it came to some weeds or dandelions. You are the center of the subject with unique here. Order of chaos is Sebek is here as well. So that's it on that message there. So reach people when it matters, when it comes to adaptability, Libra control. Somebody was trying to control the situation when it came to looking for your replacement. Something about out and about. Somebody got chaos where they went out and about with something when they did something for money. Some hack is here. Nice, live your best life when it came to some handy. Somebody bluffing somebody with handy, long distance supplier. Somebody you're getting supply from. When it came to a witch or an evil person. Examine classifies when it came to the wrong way, my way or the highway. Somebody that was adventure truck and love and laughter. This is the welcome to the shit show. I'm gonna scry on every one of these cards today. So take that as a resonate. Something about all bark and no bite. Somebody feeling defeated on something that they was all bark and no bite about. Something that got them all left and feeling mixed up and mixed signals here when it comes to all turned around. They don't know which way to go. It could come back to you, and it ain't gonna be their way or the highway if they come back to you. Snake eyes, they say it's a snake here. They ain't letting them come back with spice. Something about when they fall back, career choice, somebody that they fell back on when it came to a third party that betrayed them. It's a vibe killer out here, killing a vibe. Killing a vibe, and somebody's still feeling under pressure because they couldn't figure out which way to go when it came to somebody that they chose over a situation outside. So who am I? 1, 2, 3. Luck, no luck. They haven't found nobody. Still searching. See, spot, run. They run from every connection under shocking death at 28. Somebody, they put a death, they put an ending to it. Talk to the registered. Somebody could be a registered sex offender here. Registered. Somebody might follow a different path here when it comes to translation. Important. Something about sealing the deal on the envelope. Make sure to sign and fill out completely. So something that they filled out completely. They knew what they was getting into. That's what they said. Signed, sealed, and delivered. They knew what they was getting. And this is a big message. I gotta tell you. Let me look at how that look on the camera. Okay. Let me see how that look. Okay. 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 So we under pressure here. That's a lot. Oh, I offended you with my opinion. You should hear the ones I kept to myself. So somebody's keeping their opinions to themselves, but they also is voicing their opinions about some negative shit they got going on when it came to you. Beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. So they distance themselves from you, and that negative talk that they was talking about you before, they ain't talking that talk. They ain't talking that talk. They ain't cutting you down like they was before. Cutting down. They actually regretting this and putting a death to this energy here. They actually regret that. They really wish they had stopped it before it started. They wish they wouldn't have was silent with you. They wish that, because now you inspired them with beautiful things here. Inspiration. That's what's under pressure. hmm Not only is that what's under pressure, because they can't stop stressing over shitty ass people that they chose over you. That's what the pressure is. Tell me about it. Something about they was uncertain of what these people was all about, but then they found out after they got betrayed by him. Under soulfulness. This person was a soulful, a soulless person. They was went around taking care. They got a lie to tell, some kind of story they want to tell you about things that they was out and about and reluctant to change about. Tell me some messages about the spirit energy. Talking about the prayer in this message. When it came to the order of chaos, it's subject. Something about they ought not about, and they had to bring some order when it called to the car recall or tracker. All your children will be taught by the Lord. A great will be their peace. Isaiah 59, 54, and 13. The odds against them in this one. 9 and 13. 9, 13 might resonate with somebody. You have found the key to your problem when it comes to finding their peace. Because they right now in pieces. Because that's how shit is stacking up against them right there. Onto that. Live your best life. When things ran out of time, ran out, they just took a leap of faith to something that they had no idea what it was going to be. At a distance, somebody moved there, traveled, move it. Give me one more. Two on my arm. Three on my arm. I'll take the one at the bottom first. Blue. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Psalms 91 and 2. Oh, foreigners will rebuild your walls, and their time, and their kings will serve you. So some new God, some person that's a king in somebody's life is serving them right now. Though in anger I struck you in favor, and I will show you your compassion. Isaiah 60:10. So they are in their feelings right now, because the way I'm reading this in this energy right now is like they can't stop stressing over you, but through their anger they're struck in your favor, like that divine's favored you. And even now, while they're reflecting in their energy, because they're foreign, they over there with some foreigners. That's what they said. Foreigners will rebuild your walls. So that's the people they went over there to rebuild themselves with, and their kings will serve you. So they're being served by some other king or goddess over there. Through though in anger, I will strike you in favor. I will show you your compassion, like that you should have had for your third party, for me, your collective, the chosen one. I will show you the compassion that you should have had for the chosen one when it came to Isaiah 60:10. Right? Right now, you're going to sit in this karma you sitting in with a karmic. They looking for your replacement. Someone looking for your replacement got them all caught up with a copycat. And in depression, too. That's who that foreigner is. That somebody sitting in depression. Praying. Psalms. Sorry, y'all, I'm like my own. But I am like an olive branch flourishing in the house of the God. I trust in God's unfailing love forever and ever. Psalms 52:8. It's a repeated cycle here when it comes to 7-8. 7-8. Somebody extended some other placement person to you, extended some kind of olive branch to your person, and this person trusted this person when it came to caught with the best friend, when it came to in denial, liar, and a bold face, some kind of bold faced liar, when it came to a copycat and a rebel, somebody that rebelled against something or someone, a female energy that's doing casual magic and it's being questioned. When it came to examiners classified under the astrology, under maleficent, under and still. Somebody that ran away from something or someone that they kept a promise with, that they under depression over, that they feel like it's trash to them and they wanted to throw it away and get rid of it or toss it out, or that person kicked them to the damn curb, one of the two, because they feel like that was a bad choice. That's the story they might be giving under out and about. But that's an outdated thinking, an outdated subject or something like that when it came to bluffing. They was fighting for that love with that person when it came to putting on the show. And then when they felt like they got caught, got caught. See, spot, run. They ran away from the subject because they got tired of the drama. People asking, smoking mirrors with Winston's is here, that they had been promiscuous with the 1, 2, 3, and the third, right? When it came to who, and still searching 6969 revolved around someone else that was being promiscuous or sleeping around. When it came to somebody that was playing the Joker, and Superman thought this was an illusion when it came to when they saw who it really was, that was trying to translate some kind of empowerment in the middle of a show or some kind of I'm out of here type of thing. When it came to somebody that was something important, when it came to something that was live Saturday night. Something that they had no interest in. Something that they had no money down in, but they also put money into this. But they got nothing out of it. But this is what I'm trying to say. They say they got money out of this because it's got money on the table. They put money in this. And when it came to a very particular set of skills, or
Yep, a very particular set of skills. Because this Hulk wanted Spider-Man skills to be intact, to be able to entangle somebody into something. But the news bulletin says, shit, news birthday, you got some, like, you got some ops out here when it came to these people, places, and things. And when it came to the translation 21, something mirrored back to him at 12 and said, can you do something for me? Can you talk to my ops for me? And this is where they had somebody in the background trying to listen to what they was trying to say. And there you go, when it came to a Bob killer, when it came to vampires. If we were vampires, Jason and the 400 units under featured tracks under the Pink Ellis, things they not talking about under we're captured. They got captured already with a third party. Somebody trapped them with a baby. Somebody could be almost getting ready to have a baby. Somebody is under anger management here about something that's being transmitted about something they said about you. When now they're trying to recant a story when it comes to in denial that things is over when it came to you and a third or karmic or ex-lover or some kind of who they really are. Yeah, they in their feelings about this shit being over with you and them. How they got caught in the recordings. You might got some proof that this person was caught cheating, but shit about to really go down. You about to really see the gossip and hear how much they really did betray you. And all the woodwork of all the shit's about to come out. And all how they should have checked themselves before they wrecked themselves when it came to you having these private relationships with third parties. And somebody already told you the tea on this shit, but they still want to keep it secret because, you know what I mean? They really don't want you to know what they really been, how they got played by a third party, how they went bankrupt from a third party, how everything exploded in their face, how they got caught with lipstick stains, how they get in a room, how we get in a room, and in a love story faded while they were doing all that when it came to once upon a time, because they thought they was outsmarting you, doing drugs and having promiscuous sex when it came to sexual protection, but unprotected. And they was cautioning them to stop the shit, but they had so much resentment against you to do something to harm you or make you feel some kind of way here. You know what I mean? And how insecure they was about, you know, them not being feeling the loss of the relationship. Lost because of a bad choice. And how unprocessed traumas. These insecurities had them caught up. Feeling not good enough. That's why they didn't hate nothing about you. They could started to blame themselves after the distance went so far. And how far down the rabbit hole they realized how they had went. Under not following their heart. They should have went with their heart. They know they should have, but there are insecurities where insecurities showed up at the bottom of the table. Right here. Insecurities and insecurities. You know, to be something or someone that they wasn't when it came to these particular set of skills. They wanted to have skills like you. But that was just because they didn't know who the hell they fucking was under trans or gender stereotype. Yeah, fear of being incompatible with you. That's why they cheated with multiple lovers. They sabotaged the relationship because they didn't want to be the lack of acceptance, or they thought you wouldn't accept them, so they didn't accept you. Okay, they didn't think you would accept their lifestyle or who they truly was underneath everything. Like, you know, they show you the mask, but you know that monster was something that they didn't know if you would be able to accept because that monster ran real deep, and it was almost more than a monster. It was almost like a demon, and if not almost like a demon, it was something that they couldn't control. So they became your biggest hater here. So I gotta say that. That's why they got mad with the back to life. Now, like back to reality, like that they wasn't good enough with the insecurities here. That proved to them when you walked away that they weren't good enough. Yeah, well, Daddy was started that you wasn't. Daddy wasn't like you should sugar baby, sugar mama, sugar. You wasn't pouring into them no more. What are the possible side effects that you didn't want them no more? They never took that into consideration that you would not want them no more. You wouldn't be sugar mama, sugar daddy to them while they gave the other options. They never thought that they wanted you to chase. That was the effort they wanted you to put. But if you pull back, that was the perfect way to go. Because this is not games you should play with people. This games you shouldn't be playing with people that you love. Yeah, this motherfucker was getting drunk with third parties, doing unthinkable with different people. Yeah, doing a fucking unthinkable. Ace of Cups, getting drunk, getting high. Shit. Others was watching under the Page of Swords, lying that they wasn't in a relationship with somebody. Sure. Judgment, being judged with another person, place other being compared to other people, judged. Other people was being compared to you while they was out being with third parties. In the identity of somebody else. Now they Spider-Man in entanglements, right? Shit. Hawk said they crashed out over at multiple cycles with different people around the world. Flames and shit. Shit, look at that shit. Multiple cycles. And got mad because you didn't stick the fuck around or didn't chase them around for the shit. Now they need their ops to help them. Can you the money one? Can you do something for me? This news bulletin. Did you hear anything? No. Did you know where she is? No. Did you see if she was with my best friend? No. That changed. Shit, you ain't got no friends. She just said fuck it. That's all. She just said fuck it. She gave up on it. That's all. That was all it is. Not a while. She was wounded. She gave up on it. So she said, fuck it. You want these cycles? That's her coming in and saying, you want these cycles in these fields with these dandelions? Where did the dandelions come? Right here. Where it came to soulful searching. And they was feeling lost. And they was out there with a copycat making bad choices. Shit, they got mad because they chose weeds. And they couldn't see that you was a sunflower. You know what I mean? You didn't know the difference. You see, they looked the same, but they wasn't the same. A sunflower, yeah, yellow, but they just wasn't the same. One was a weed and one's a sunflower, literal. You know what I mean? Like, this is a weed. I mean, it does work for medicinal herb, but it is a weed. Ragweed at that. So they took weeds over over a blossom. A field of blossoms at that. Because that came with your talents. Yeah, that shit say game over, bitch. What I mean? Yeah, you said it was done. That cycle was over. Like, you call your ops all you want. That was some third party groups, squads, people that they chose over you, people that was friends, and they put them right in the position right now, in your position. Envious though, because they was resentful that they wouldn't chase them. They couldn't tell you who they was though. That ain't even a girl, that's a boy. Queen of Wands with a mixed identity. They couldn't tell you who it was. So you say, well, you don't know who the hell you is. How the hell I am I? Under lack of acceptance. They didn't think you would accept who they are. So you walked away, or they couldn't accept you the way you was. One of the two. Under belief that everyone leaves. So they figured that they would leave you before you had the opportunity to leave them. Under this bold-faced in-denial liar. Yeah, so they went somewhere and got caught with somebody else. Two of swords. Cut you out. Went over here fighting for something that they was putting on a show for. And bluffing their way there with the handyman or the handy dogs. All barking, no bite type shit. That's who they turned into. That's who they saw when they got over there. Somebody that didn't want to hear, that they was a hater of yours. That's what and that they had destroyed a relationship that was divinely orchestrated. Being toxic. Also fulfilling a fantasy with some trash that they had picked up and putting on the show 2 times. It came there. That way they was putting on this damn show. And shit was being investigated what they was doing. They didn't think they was being watched, but Divine was watching them all the while. Your guys and your ancestors was on their ass. Yeah, well, King of Swords said, yeah, they was lying about some shit to you. They wasn't telling you the full truth. How they target you, to fucking destiny swap with you, to damn separation swap with you, to do spells on you, to damn take you the fuck out spells. Shit, Wheel of Fortune said they had not had they didn't want it to wheel in your favor. I could just tell you that. Cause shit, like This contract made them feel some kind of way, and these was influenced by fake friends. I told you them ops. Can you do something for me? Can them ops do something for them? Yeah, well, they found some way to get them ops to do something for them. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what I came over here for. I stood up and I came over here for. What? What did I come over this side for? It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Alright, so let's see who's here. I'll check them up top. I'll check up here. Oh, everybody's here. Hey, Sunshine. How y'all guys doing today? I appreciate you guys stopping in and hanging out each and every time you stop in. Wonderful, you guys. Wonderful. Thank you for joining me. Almost on time, right? I'm always on time now. Minnesota to that court is back there for CDL traffic and light trucking license. Now he's calling you now. Yeah, they will. That even though now that the cycle has closed and that they had sabotaged the relationship, being liars, right? That every cycle has a higher opportunity, is what Spirit is saying. Even though it was like a 1-2-3 jump, it's like a 3-2-1. Like it's gonna do like some kind of reversal here. So this is like the triangulation that they had you in, right? And now they trying to come back with the like 3-2-1 jump, right? That was the leap of faith that they took, but like when I said to you earlier in the message, like, you know, that shit had piled up on their ass. Where did that shit go when it was piling up on their ass? Shit, because they was out and about, right? Then, let's see, y'all. I got to dissect this again. Something about they got anxiety over the shit now. Under to defeat and anxiety. They wearing armor about the shit. They guarded, vulnerable. Some shit show they put on. Shattered about it. Some money they paid out to some third parties. Shit, some particular skills, doing shit by the, trying to impress some damn bitch or something. Rip the lid off his secret sex programming class. Somebody ripped the lid off that shit. That's what that said. The play spot game, and they should rip the lid off it when it came to a third party. When it came to a flashy, fiery, fernery, something about drink a cup of green tea and ginger shot when it comes to clean your shit up. So somebody had to clean their shit up when it came to an examination, when it came to this rebel woman. I don't know who these people is, but it was Spirit called her there your copycat. That's what Spirit called. And that was where Psalms 52 and 8 came in, where they repeated the cycle. 7, 8 came in there when they came to looking for your replacement. And they got betrayed by somebody that was supposed to be your replacement. Somebody that kicked them to the curb. This could have been an initial putting out, because there could be multiple people here now when it comes to a vibe killer or a thirst trap. There could be a video of them having intimate sex with each other with Kim here under the pink elephant. Something about the elephant every 13 and 1. So that's a baker's dozen. One cycle's going that way and the other cycle's going this way. Because where this cycle ends, this cycle gonna start. And this person is running away from what they created. The cycle has a higher opportunity. They ran from that to this one right here with 3-2-1 jump. They jumped into that, but now they want to do the 3-2-1, the 1-2-3, and jump back to you type of shit. Not that, but they bankrupt. So shit, they cautious to come back right now because no, they know what they did. Like that's why they say right here, like when it came to fighting for what you love, they didn't fight for what they love right there. You know what I mean? They fought for something else. They just went to the cornfield and just picked something else. Instead, like they had dandelions and shit like that. But through September to October 11th, where like 10 and 11 came in, right? Like during our daylight hours, like when it came to the cornfield acres and the field of fun, right? When it came to daytime, non-scary outdoor fun, when it came to these other third parties, that shit just became some kind of rebel. Like she was just like
literally ordinarily evil when it came to living your best life. They thought they was, but when they jumped over here and ran to whoever they ran to and made this move with a long run, like that was after. This is somebody else here. But right initial, when it came to this, when it came to looking for your replacement, they had already had your replacement. They went back to a third party that they was with. When it came to the three snake eyes, some snake they went back to. When it came to another day, completely ruined by adult responsibilities. When it came to out and about, and somebody that they weren't their true self with. When it came to the Queen of Wands, her or him or her, somebody could have been constantly angry all the time. When it came to don't want to hear something, that they was in love with you and still went to that person, and they knew that person didn't love them the way that they loved you. I can tell you that right now with this dog here standing by this horse. When it came to the order of chaos, that's what the chaos was all about in the first place. When it came to you, they knew they had made a bad choice when they were standing and with this other person that was all just naturally causing chaos for no reason. Like, you was like side-eyeing this shit when it came to empowering that shit. Some people was side-eyeing them when it came to Saturday night when they was up through a live studio audience watching them do that shit. How they do that there? So somebody might have even divorced this person for the way they felt about this person, because this person could have been watching this person when investigating them. But I got the moon here. It just said that they was just being who they was. With the moon here, their shadow side started to show through. You know what I mean? Like when they was targeting this situation. It's like the moon showed through a lot when this rock star thought they was skinning and winning. You know what I mean? When the rock star showed up and thought he was skinning and winning when it these bad choices. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll when it came to that rock star. King of Wands, sex, Page of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Shit, they went towards some shit that they had to pay for and broke their heart. Especially when it came to the devil and the Hierophant trying to control a situation. Some fool walking off into a situation that they had to blindly walking into it because they heart beat it for the shit. Because they felt something for it. A dude abide, so he just abide by what they felt. A head games, and that bitch played a head game when it came to a vibe killer. Sticky wick. They stuck with it though. They stuck with it though. Over you, they didn't come running back. They stuck with it. Let's see, because that's a sticky wicket. Wicket. Sticky wicket. That's what they got stuck with a broken heart. And they got your back. They thought that person had their back. But they didn't. They had it all the way back though. It was all about one-sided deals. Yeah, look at that clown showing up. Look at who it is. That was all a checking move. It was all about that type of magician energy. Not smugly doing shit, too. When it came to targeting, this person placed a thing over you. Being a liar, that's that full liar into the mouth right there. With the choices that they made. Yeah. About denial, how much she strengthened the cycle. When it came to the broken heart, that broken heart is right there with who had their back. When it came to side-eyeing them being with this third party. And how they got the buy, when they had abided to the dude abide. He abided by her getting hung up with her. And they harshly being judged for going over there because they knew that they was doing the wrong thing. Yeah, that their horizon was stopped right there. They wasn't loyal no more. They was a disloyal. That was the head game right there. Right. When the moon showed up. Moon. 3 and 6 and 9 would say they manifested this to happen when it came to who they was going to be sticky and wicked with. Alright? And that was a message of concern that the will was not going to will in their favor for doing that shit. That's why they ended up with this heartbreak. That's why they ended up in decision. That's why they ain't have much to offer because they had already offered over here. Right? And that shit came crashing down as a tower. That's who had their back. Nobody. Way back. That's who had their back. Yep. Somebody they thought had their back when it came to themselves. They got disemboweled for playing this game. With these fake friends. And translate that. They ain't had the skills that they thought they had with a translator here in these cycles. 2 of wands, 3 of wands, third parties, fake friends, enemies. Together we win. They freed them from you. Got them lost and broke and penniless. Okay? And if they ain't, they will be. This is how they're going to come back offering to you if you take this person back.
Because they ain't got nothing. Zero interest, zero down payment, zero monthly payment. And that's for 12 months. They ain't going to have shit to offer. In the next 12 months, they going to have zero. If they ain't already. Yeah, somebody that thought you was raggedy. Or saw somebody above you, because that came like that. So the person that they went to above you was more raggedier than you could ever fucking be. This person could ever think that you was, because this is a raggedy. This is the woman with the bird on her arm and the Rider Waite Smith, right? So the bird on her arm was a vulture, and that's already dead. It died. It lost all its skin and feathers. The feathers that fell all off of it. Okay, and the flesh, because the fleshly things that had been doing, even took the bird out, right? Because this person was so promiscuous. And you talk about this is the way it came. So when it reflected how dishonest or loyal or how much of a rotten or dead thing this person was or is over you, because it came in reverse. Spot said play Spot, because they was playing head games there too. That was where the moon came out. That's where that showed up real sharp, who that person truly was. That person saw that. Then by the time they thought about it, how nostalgic it was with you, they couldn't take the offer no more, because you had already saw them. They couldn't offer you. They had already destroyed. You didn't want to hear their fucking lies. And that's when the liar was like, damn, like, I'm caught. So I might as well just go fuck myself now, because I'm caught with whoever, and just go live this fucking fantasy out. But I gotta say, Page of Swords say that's a little bit of the truth. It was a lot more bloodier than that one, but they'll take that because they put that shit to rest. That's why they sitting here on a sick bed or somewhere trying to rest and recoup, and you don't hear them somewhere licking their wounds because the shit hurt. They got disemboweled. They got, know what I mean? This fucking thing repeated a cycle because they went back to something or someone. This shit was already unbreakable love, or was broke up love already under empowering sex and a good time, and they thought they could get something out of it and hung their ass right up, then lost the horizon with somebody or something else new when it came to your replacement. Yeah, they went into a relationship with that person and sat there thinking that person was better than you, until that shit got so toxic around them they couldn't stay there, and they wasn't in control like they thought they was in control. Look, because all the bats around. Shit, that shit came alive right at night. The freaks came out, the drugs came out, the problems came out, the drama came out, everything came out. And this person started looking back at you, wishing that they hadn't even picked these decisions, because the hermit said, shit, I got all tied up here, and I done made all these bloody decisions. Now what am I going to do? Well, now they got to figure it out. Shit, they got the shit, whatever they got is eating their mouth off from not being able to talk about it when it came to who they was date night, when it came to internal harmony. And they sitting here wishing under the Queen of Pentacles that they didn't offer to who they did offer to. Multiple people here. When it came to the King of Cups, they so sick over losing you. And they maybe not even tell you that they sick over you. But when I say you sitting here and their emotions ate up with the dumb ass, they sitting here ate up with the dumb ass. You hear me? Ate up with it. Because they didn't make the right choice. Look. They was here sitting there like that. That was them. That's how they came in. The Knight of Swords, King of Cups. They couldn't tell you why they was like that, so they just went and fell apart behind the scenes. You know, lack of self-acceptance. That you said, fuck it. You hear me? And fuck you. Go pick your damn weeds you pick. And now they wanted these in your options, in your ops. The ones that you put against me. Under 21. Can you do something for me? Can you go talk to these fake ass friends and tell them, can they help me get out of this situation? They couldn't help me get out of there because they were sleeping and messing with all the ones in the background under date night. And they only had, and that shit was like, that's what together they won with these. See how all these people that they was connected to in this group, clique or posse, and how these people intertwine under COVID. It could be a warlock, witch, but it says the devil, so it's demons here too. Shit, somebody that's a fool, that was a fool, a demon fool, 7. That jump kicked it back to 7, but I forgot what it was on. I forgot what it was. A 5, 3. I don't know. 9. I don't know. 13. Yeah, this person wounded though by what they chose. Sitting here, King of Pentacles, ungrounded here when it comes to their envy. They real envious about what's going on with their situation. Because look like something is happening magnificent for you. Look like something is magnificently happening for you. Especially generous and or forgiving. Especially to a rival, less powerful person. Talking smack though. Whoever these motherfuckers was talking smack like a mug. This bunny hop job go with this damn bunny that was looking back to you here. Where's this the bunny hop job? This job fucking turkey wanna job bunny wanna come. This hopping humping ass bunny wanna bring his humping ass back to somebody to impregnate some damn body. So no, I suggest somebody stay your ass on. Yeah, that's that same bunny hop job right there. Nah, stay his humping ass somewhere else with somebody else. Spirit in, they say all in. No, you all out when it comes to that one. When that one when it came to that cycle, you all out when it comes to everything is beautiful. Yeah, when you change your mind for something beautiful, they chose something that it wasn't as beautiful as you. They chose an option that was more easier. They chose the option that they figured that they could navigate the best. But when it came to like outshining you out of this with this 5, you about to show off and show the fuck out. Knock knock. Who that? Because that's what they about to say. Who that? Because then when they knock and you knock and you open this door, knock knock, and then you gonna say who that? They gonna know. They gonna have a motherfucking owie is right. They gonna have a motherfucking owie, all right. Shit, because you're gonna be the sole big jackpot. Tell them. Right. Because they gonna be coughing up hard hairballs big as they is tall when it comes to this shit here. 41, that's 5. That's gonna change a whole lot of things. When they say hasta la vista, baby. Okay? When it comes to hey you got lost out in the sauce now, huh? Look at your person over there. This is what them people gonna be telling your person. Hey, how you doing? Look at you check out the collective lately? That's when the actions gonna be speak louder than words. That the time away from you, carrying on all this excess baggage and extremes that they doing in the background. 8 for the cycle that repeats. That excess baggage goes from one person's house to the next. 22, that was the vine told you to get your ass off this path. 8 said it's gonna be speak louder than words again when it comes repeating back to them that they lost a good one. Right. And the time flies when they was having fun with them girls. Right? And everything was lollipops and sunshines and rainbows everywhere. Remember? When they was living the best life, when they told us in this energy, when they had picture replacement under closing the chapter on this. Don't look back now with this energy here. Right? Don't look back now with 11. Don't look at your, this is you 11. This is you collective. Sunshines, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. Why? Because now they looking at you in a different light. Yeah. Now they see the silver lining when it comes to you and how you picked yourself up. Now they see how you can pick yourself up and dust yourself off and and muse right along without them. 9 and end it. That's now that 9 right here. Now that's the bird with the bird. That's the woman with the bird on her arm when be musing right along. When it comes to the 7, picking yourself up after somebody tried to dust you off or try to dust you out of a situation or circumstance. Because now you're going to be brand spanking new, baby. That wrecking ball that they tried to wreck your life with, guess what? That shit ends there. Right on them. That shit backfires. Now, the wrecking ball that they sent for your life, while they was somewhere letting time fly, while they was having a good time, the silver lining is, this job, honey bunny, but that you alive wide now coming in. And all that job turkey stuff they was doing, job bunny stuff that they was doing, getting people's attention with, Hey, you. Your hotline is going to be hotline blinging soon. This hotline, and you on the main line. I gotta tell you, on the divine line. This is in divine time, and on this line, this is Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. Just that line. This ain't just an ordinary line, because this is 12. This is where the reflection reflected when it came to, can they do something for you? Can you talk to my ops for me? 12 and 21. I told you it was gonna mirror here, but the briefing of the bulletin's brief said, "Nah, we can't talk to you about this one because look like you had caused these causes and the laws of attraction yourself on this main line." You know what I mean? On this main line, when we look back on the camera and we roll the footage, and it says that like you was causing these issues. Nostalgic when Spirit looked back and they said to do the bodies, that's you abiding by the laws, spiritual laws. And they said, "Now don't talk no smack now." Spirit said, "No, don't pick on me. Don't talk no smack now." Because the nostalgia that we got on record, the shit that we got on record, on our time on the Do the Bites. Yeah, nah, fella. This is why you hung up, because divine got you hung up. This is you being divinely hung up by the Spirit divine on what you chose and recording. And then when you called the main line and told the main line your lie, and then they railed the footage back on your lie, they said, "Nah, you was just talking some motherfucking smack on that shit." So say what you said again. So now that was where the blame of others came in, and they was fearing this when it came to the divine, that they was going to get rejected. You know what I mean? For lying. But they thought they could, It's kind of like, so just let me, I mean, all right, I blame myself for, they're gonna reason with divine now. You know what I mean? Why they called and why divine said, "Well, you know what? When we got these recordings about you saying how the collective was this, that, and the third. She was a cheater, and she was. You told us these prospects that this is where divine order. Look now, listen now. Look, divine timing said, divine intervention said, listen now. Look, let's talk about this, because you called this main line on the collective and saying that this person you were in time flew while you was having fun with the thrills. That the future is bright. Keep moving forward. Now that she's moving forward and onward and fulfilling the destiny that I had put on the path for her and them as a cosmic changer in the world. Now, your effortless effort is fully required. You can't contribute anymore because you ain't got nothing to contribute. Brokey, bankrupt on whatever. This is a failure. That's a failure. See the circle going around? You look, remember the circle. They rejected 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. They jumped over to that person. Then they wanted to do 1, 2, 3 back to you. But that's the 1, 2, 3 back to you back there. When it came to, it's a requirement. There's a re-interest fee, and you don't have it. And that's the story. That's the alchemist, the artist. There's a new story being written here. When it comes to the Phoenix Rise, that's you coming out of this, out of a new phase, starting with joy rises, joyful, happy. You know what I mean? Seeing things in a new perspective. While this other person is sitting back there in illusions, unbalanced. When it comes to peace, luck, the starting point of a new journey. The Phoenix rose out of something that they meant to destroy you in. Look, this is what I told you they wanted you to be. This is so beneath them. This is what they sitting with now beneath you. Like, they really thought you was a raggedy ass motherfucker. I gotta just say that. Hoish. I gotta give you, they thought you was hoish. Thought you was sleeping around. Because they mama wasn't sleeping around tight. Yeah, challenge. That was a challenge. They thought they would blame you, thinking you was doing things that they were doing. All the while they were doing these things. And anger, that's what set it off. That in the upswing. That was how to get things going. And that would make them mad when they couldn't get a rise out of your reaction. Or a response. A reaction, a response, something. Because that was still living in an illusion with the third party. They wanted you to feel jealous. They wanted you to chase. They was going to force you to chase. But compete here. They wanted you to compete. But when you didn't make no reaction to what they did or saw, and you stayed silent, the veiled Nelia said they had to reveal their own self. That because they could the impatience and the impulsiveness of being in third parties and going around and being with whoever they was with the getting closer to the mystery of this beautiful truth. You're getting closer and closer. You're getting warmer. Okay, to your conclusion, because the outlet, they chose to jump over here too when it came to this wrecking ball, the sleeping around energy of the hireman energy. Like, your joyful abundance is coming through. You get good karma in this energy. And this liar and denial and a bold-faced liar and living a double life, and somebody that was running around like a chicken with their goddamn head cut off. Shit, sprint toward the target. What did I show you the target was? I showed you the target in this message. Shit, and that shit was an empty fucking energy. It was empty. It wasn't nothing there. There wasn't nothing that they could get out of that. Under keep your goals firm. Fill the emptiness. They went over there to fill an empty void. There was nothing in there to fill. They didn't like that person at all. Okay? Nasty. Not. They didn't like that person. She could have been stinky, funky, whatever. Shit. This bugger fucker boo. Nasty, stinking, nasty bitch. Somebody that they got pregnant though, so it really wasn't that nasty, because this woman is looking like the baby is about to be expected. No, they fucked up when they did that. And they wanted to try to burn that evidence so you didn't know. And try to fake apologize, but the pregnancy said more. You might have knew that this person was pregnant, or you found out, or got wind of it. But anything that's got to do with this rabbit here and this job hop they was on, like, anything could have got on. Anything could have came out of that with the four. They was in a relationship. They living with this person. Getting up, sleeping, waking up, going home, coming back. So that was every day, on a day. For anything past 14 days, anything could be possible. Okay? Anything past 1 day. You know what I mean? And unprotected. It's sexually protection. But it was a wrecking ball, because that person ain't going to be there. Time flies. That person feels stupid. Whoever the person is, they feel stupid because it was all about sex and that's it. And the shit fell apart. So, and that's the truth. That these two lovers was all about sex. Lovers and Knight of Wands. That's all he wanted from that person. Yeah. And that's why he poured into it. And that is sex. And the relationship was about balance through sex. And then sex magic, tantric sex. Sex magic, so they can manifest off y'all energy. Yeah, muse. You the third party. You. That was you. That they was musing off of with the contract there. Yeah, Queen of Swords. And that's your, that's the truth. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So they can take your destiny, your abundance. That's the shit they was after. The jackpot. They was after your jackpot. I don't know if you got an inheritance coming. I don't know if you got just, you know what I mean, you just successful in your business, or you just have your own house, your own car, you just independent, you just, you know what I mean, don't really, you wanted this person, but you really didn't need this person type shit. You know what I mean? But this person, like I said, you wanted this person, you didn't need this person. You get me? What I mean? With the universal creators, like, you could create any relationship with any person. Like, you did not need this person, you wanted this person. Like, in that cycle to, like, it was asked wonderfully and received graciously. So now that this infinite cycle went around in this cycle that it did, like, you could get off the hamster wheel now. This person will remain on the hamster wheel where it say, cut away what is no longer needed for you. And that's where you could get to cut away this situation or circumstance and be free with freedom. What was that? Freedom. See, freedom. I saw freedom. Because it's going to translate how their skills, this is a very particular set of skills that they don't possess, like of discernment, they, like, to not be, like, so somebody flirt with you, you can't say no, like, that person, like, so freedom unlimited. This is where a cutaway what no longer is needed for you when it comes to pruning, like, you prune this cycle back when it comes to, you know, like, back to your regular, like, back to life, back to, like, living really, like, like this starseed energy, like thank you spirit for like this starseed energy. Start being back in your in the you know collective energy that we are. You know what I mean? Like that guiding light in life. Go back to being balanced that way. Out of this nastiness that this other person was creating. Like because here is those same blossoms where you are planted. You know what I mean? This is where you can grow now. Like where they tried to stagnate your growth, they didn't. They wanted to prune you when it wasn't time to prune you. They wanted to dim your light when you needed light. You know what I mean? Type shit. Like so, at this energy where the energy turns around right now, this is where the hero of your cosmic journey begins. Okay, this is where we put the fork, the stake in the ground, and say this is like where we won't take no more. You know what I mean? Like enough was enough, and like you know what I mean, like that new beginning starts. Like you're not going to allow somebody that's in a new beginning with somebody that's having a baby, or in a relationship with somebody that they're under the impression that somebody else is under the impression that they're in love with them, or even remotely entertaining them for that matter, when it comes to be enlightened, lighten up. Like whatever this energy is that's going around with this other third party with you in the 11th, and they in another third party. Like this is telling you, like light, be light, and like whatever that is, surrender it. Like you are free, and like divine transition is about to take place for you when it comes to you. A galactic grandmother is on your favor, in your favor right now when it comes to change. Something like that. Something like what you aspire to be, the 11-year-old self of you. Something like that. Something all in when it came to a cycle. Something that they emptied this whole blessing out when it came to you. And now they want to burn the evidence of some faking up till they made it situation when it came to them using spells to keep a situation. Let's talk about the haters here. Let's talk about how they hated on you here. Talk about it. Galactic grandma, talk about that energy. She said this energy is very wild, very the energy of a hag mothers, and this energy of crones, any and hags. She said somebody that they are secretly keeping tabs on your every moves. That's who's all in. Somebody is a scorned lover. Somebody that gets unexplained whelps and bruises or scratches on them. They're fighting demons in their sleep in this energy as well. Hating on your creativity, creativeness here when it comes to someone will go viral here. When it comes to a person is hating on you and has narcissistic behaviors. Somebody that traveled away here in this energy as well. Somebody that cut down or cut away or cut out of a situation when it comes to take a spiritual bath. Somebody that is altering your values and your morals when it comes to making important decisions. So take a spiritual bath so you can make clear decisions. Somebody sending spell work when it comes to claiming credit over your success. That means they want your abundance. They wanted your life. They wanted to take your life. Transmute the misery loves company, and take your happiness and drain you and make you exhausted while they go and feed that energy to some other third party. Under the dark entities are using these people to work against you. You're feeding, they're needing your essence. These demons need your essence. This person is hopeless because they need you. These demons are demanding. When they fed off of you and that energy, that supply, that grade 8 supply that you were so willing to give them at that time, they can't stand to see you shine. Like now your light irritates the out of them. You understand me? And this is what makes you this live wire. Your energy, your lollipops, your sunshine, your rainbows, your silver lining, your empty baggage, your loud and clear, like it's over, game over. So let's see, you guys. Say what these things are talking about in the background. A full circle. Pay attention to the key point and the key people in the fulcrum. There's a full circle about to come forward when it came to them choosing the glitter over the gold. Okay? When it came to them picking and choosing the shine, and they tried to dim your shine for to put shine on a third party that was nothing. They couldn't even compare would criticize them all about you. How much they loved you. How but this person threw a newborn in their face to make them cooperate. Dancing with the devil. That's how evil this person was. And that's when that person realized that this person was a bad choice. And that was this person breaking the obstacle. And they want to figure out how to break an obstacle, but they weren't disciplined enough to stay the course. So when it came to your deception with this person, this place or this thing, this person will play victim and play codependent with a person, place, or thing, and play fear of being able to commit to you in a situation, but they could commit to impregnating another person. They could be committed to lying and future faking or giving fake love to third parties or multiple relationships that they have currently yo-yoing back and forth with the galactic mother scrying energy. Yeah. So when it comes to this energy back and forth again, when it talks to trust and act accordingly, when it comes to your third eye opening, when it comes to some energy that you see, when it comes to third parties here, somebody that changes the situation when it comes to 46, 42 under your some kind of legendary here. So I'm telling you, somebody is about to go viral here. You are at the Vine's Y point. Like, it's all about you. Okay, it's all about you soon coming in. All right, let me see some more of this stuff. Pay attention to the people and the key points and people and things. And it's some trust. This person, you might not be able to trust this person. I'm telling you, this person is a bald-faced liar. Especially if they come back trying to sweet talk you or trying to get you off kilter here. Spirit said that is a crossing. They'll be crossing some kind of line if they try that shit. Okay, they'll be crossing some kind of barrier. Chocolate girl, I recorded the phone calls because I thought that I was tripping on the back. Nah, you ain't tripping. The people do all kind of weird shit. I'm trying to tell you. They do all kind of shit. But Spirit is watching it. When it comes to trust and act accordingly, don't you worry, y'all pretty little head, because why didn't someone warn me about all of this? These things that they lied about, these things that they whispered about, these things that they was whoremongering about, things that they had their pride about, things they were false accusers about, things that they were unmerciful about, things they were hypocrites about, things that they were thieves about, or liars about, or haters of God about. Right here, when it comes to, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. Matthew 10 and 26. Under trust and act accordingly, that they will be judged with judgment here when it comes to their things that they did against you. And they got dates and times. And I told you this is where the review came in from, the divine. And I told you they was being under review. And they didn't know that they was being reviewed, but they called their hotline on the main line. And when they got on the main line, praying and all these intercessions that they were doing over here in that season that they called themselves praying for you to come back. But they was shifting the energy as it was, manipulating the devil's work by magicianing it to make like they didn't do anything to you, and that you walked away because they was driving the spirit with lies, right? So when spirit divine reviewed what was being called out, they said, nope. Galactic mother said, you was a daggone lie. You was a lie. The galactic mother said, I sat right there and watched it all, spirit. Divine. And with change here, that was not how it went. It was not. They came against you with the greatest work. You put in the greatest work. Legacy. You put in stellar work with this person. And that person gave you absolutely nothing. Peanuts. Nothing. You. It was all you. But you are at the Vine's Y point, because it was all about you. And this person was all about themselves. And it wasn't a yin and a yang. But Galactic Grandmother said it will, though. Out of the mess comes elegant order. And guess what? In this order, it was ruled in your favor with the Divine Spiritual Court. It was ruled in your favor, and they banged the gavel. Order in the court. It was ruled in your favor that this person was not balanced with you. I am a galactic star seed blooming. And that's when Spirit says, you know what? You are this star seed. You are galactically growing in spirit. You went from a cactus where it was dry and nothing was there to a lotus. Grew out of mud where it was sparing light. And you didn't get the nurturing you need, but you sure turned out to be beautiful. You sure did. Out of my mud came something tremendously beautiful. Well, befriend that fear monster you had, and I told you who that was. The one you saw that was the ex or whoever it was. Like they could be long gone, but still have spiritual attachments to you in some way, shape, or form. If they still come up in your mind sight, they are still trying to tap into your energy. Befriend with the 5 hairs changing. Your fear monster. That's the person like that showed you who they was and you believed them. Okay? Under your world create your words create worlds. And that person's your world is your words are ringing so clear in this person's head right now of some things you said to them in the time. Like they regret. Like they should have offered. They really should have offered you to balance y'all relationship back out, knowing who you were. You know what I mean? But they took the vulture energy and so that they could go charge over somewhere with somebody that crossed you out because they bound juggled you with a third party or they breadcrumbed you or whatever just for a shallow or some kind of victory they thought they was going to get when it came to some material gain here. When it came to a 2 of cups, they thought they was going to be like Bonnie to they Clyde. They just was going to be like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like they was going to be like take over the world. You know what I mean? Type shit. But that shit turned out to be something total that illuminated some dark defeat that they had, as well as this lover wasn't a lot of secrets with same sex and multiple secrets about cheating and how they was doing spell match. This will be a warlock and a witch together, whole witch to be exact. Yeah, this was an artist. They had some kind of creation together. And it was a disclaimer. This person was dark before they got here. And it was rising. Whatever was happening, it was rising. They was insecure. They had poor self-esteem here. Or the person that they was with had poor self-esteem. Or they was emasculating a man here with magic. Okay? High priestess energy. Trying to manipulate the energy with dark and light. And judgment with wisdom. Trying to act like they knew something, like some kind of a divination abuser, like they thought they knew stuff in the divination world and didn't know much. Okay, especially when it came to an earth angel or people like ourselves. That shit don't work on us. Especially myself, anyway. That shit don't work on me. Bitch, send your magic so I can send my motherfucking ancestors over there to chop y'all across y'all motherfucking backs for sending that dark shit over here. Send that shit though. Send it. And I'ma guarantee you that shit will return back to sender. All your fucking car tires be flat by morning. Fuck you. The fuck you mean? Talk that shit. These people crazy as hell. There your lotus right there. That's the That's the lotus. Okay? That's the one that's like it needed a lot of help to get you there. But there your yin and your yang again. That they couldn't balance what you said. Divine said, well, guess what? We're going to send another divine. Somebody else that you're going to be balanced with. And that's going to be your king when it comes to the balance of the act here with Libra. Water. There ain't going to be no waves here. They're going to calm these seas when it comes to strength. When it comes to handshaking, shaking hands with the devil. Somebody see something for what it is right now. When it comes to how beautiful you are and how balanced. How you balance this person too. And how confident this person was around you. And how uncomfortable they are right now when it comes to a 0. And how much this arrow ain't working. When it comes to the handshake they shook with these people versus the handshake they shook with you. They shook a dirty hand. They crossed their fingers when they shook it with you. But when they should have crossed their fingers when they was shaking it with these other people. Well, they need wings to get out of this shit now because they don't know salt from sugar in this energy. And the ink ain't dry on some kind of legal issue here when it comes to some kind of entanglement, when it comes to a clown energy. Something that it was a spy. It was a good idea at first, but I got to tell you, this shit ain't balanced. Some kind of legal justice, legal Libra energy. Shit, something was crystal clear when it came to a moon cycle, when it came to a bowl and chops, how they chopped it up with some entanglement and somebody that they thought had the key to everything or key to success here or something like that. But it was an arrow of unlikely to grow energy. Let's talk about this great beginning they had with the newborn. What's that shit? Okay, so some was that was a zero energy. That was some that was out of time. Something with the universe in their hand or your hand. When it came to the mirror, who's the fairest of them all? That's the one that this person went off to close the cycle off with you. Okay, the discipline. They wasn't disciplined. They was lovers. It was axed though. I heard that. It was something was axed. TV jumping. So that was all for propaganda. They said here for TV jumping. Something about the dove and the moon at the top of the deck. Something came to a close with feeling undeserving and of the love and affection that you offered. So they made lies up about you. Stupid bitch. Make up no lies about no damn body because you didn't feel confident enough to or adequate. So they cut you down with third parties on the separation and stopped the pattern and stopped talking to you or gave you the silent treatment so they could win with together. They win with third parties and then lost because they looked like a jackass in front of them people. Shit, because they couldn't get the record straight. Why? Because people saw them for who they was. They couldn't get their record straight. They couldn't get their story straight. It's about this how deep love they had. One, because now they're away from you and their actions ain't showing up like they words is. Their words is saying, oh, I can't stand that bitch. But they deep love show that they do care about you, bitch. Under unity and connection. And the people that they with, that's considered this third party or twin flame that they with, right? They starting to feel it like, wait a minute. Like, you ain't mirroring my love like I'm mirroring you to you. Like, you ain't sharing the same feelings like I'm sharing with you. And you sure ain't reflecting how I reflect the love back to me, to you. Like, this emperor, like, come on, man. Stop acting like that. You know what I mean? Playing it off. But they all the while know that, like, you was so unique. This person, whoever they with, it's like when I say with the cactus here, like dragon fruit and apples, they're not the same. Like that's they trying to compare you with regular fruit with exotic fruit. Like, you just ain't the same. They want to come in and tell you that too, though, because they got the falling pride here, the falling of pride here when it came to escaping reality. And they wish that they hadn't forged over here, ran off to this shit so quick and had no thought about what they were doing. But they said shit. They hammered the shit shut before they knowed it. Like with the coffin here, they nailed the shit shut. And that shit caused them a heartbreak too. Because there's the coffin here again. So that's why they feel so broke up and like mentally unstable or whatever. Like they wrestling and retreating because they sabotaged now that they can't rebuild the situation, and now that they persistently did some shit with like a poor behavior and was working overtime, like working like they wasn't working a lot on it. They was just like working on the third party, like to repair whatever they had with that third party. And that's where things became so, like, here's the contract that they went to fix, but still had you on their mind. And once they got over there, they couldn't take that offer. They knew you was the star. They was undisciplined here. That's what spirits keep telling me. Like 3 times it repeat, because they said the rules of what they knew, the real truth. Like they no matter how much they tried to feed themselves this lie of this narrative that you wasn't loyal and you was this and that. Like when they really had to sit with themselves and sit, like, to say the strength of you and how royal you was with the royal destiny, they really knew that they fucked up. That's where their heart really got broken. Power is not claimed by force, but through silent authority. And that's when you captivated their authority. Like I don't know if you're a fire sign like myself, but this is where, like, you became, like, wherever a fight or flight or a survival mode was in a situation or a circumstance, this is where you became, like, that fight or flight charge. You took charge of that challenge, that charge, or whatever that situation was when it came to the rule within wisdom. Like that's when you ruled the fucking the narrative of whatever the alchemy was, whatever story that third triangle where they try to jump back, jump forward, jump wherever, it was already stood forward like they couldn't jump back to you. No matter where they jumped, they could went all over the chessboard, but wherever it was, because you wasn't standing on that chessboard with them, they couldn't come back and put you, because this is where you ruled the jungle at. Where a great beginning, where the newborn came in, but even if it's not a newborn, it was a new idea creation or insight for you with create like something starting like a spark. But this devil was trying to sabotage you having those things because they was jealous. It was almost like they don't want you, but they don't want nobody else to have you either with possibilities because they wanted you to risk it all for something that they was never going to give you. And the death came out right there. And that's a fucking no. It's an absolute no because of it says healthy choices. But in their defense with death here, if they was making such good choices, then this would be something that they would have went toward, but they was making unhealthy choices when it came to the ship. That's when their ship sailed because they were making so many unhealthy choices when it came to cutting ties, when it came to moving on from other people, places, and things. They kept having that excess baggage and continuing to take baggage from that person to this person, this person to that one, and demons and whatever they were picking up from other, rebounders or whatever the situation was because of their like the love and like the love for life and the love for like sex and a good time. Like these were unhealthy choices when it came to receiving what you needed, but they didn't receive what they needed. They received what they wanted. You know what I mean? Out of a situation when it came to progression and arriving, because if they had took what they needed, right, under the ship, right, that would have been they needed you, and they didn't take that because they wanted to prove to you how much they didn't need you. So they didn't want to ask you for something here. So they was being seduced by a third party when it comes to attractions and teasings and being hooked up with other people with dating. And that was the date night came here over here in the energy. And that's why they had became so, undisciplined when it came to internal with their self. They started feeling shame about the third parties and how they was tempted by those third parties. And then how this toxicity of them picking all of these different people, places, and things over what they truly knew was what they wanted, but due to addictions and abusiveness in a relationship or passive aggressiveness in a relationship, it broke y'all apart with a heartbreak. And now that you've healed from that situation of healing a heart, this soulmate of a new is coming in. You might have a little bit more work to do. And I got to give it 3 to 6 months as well. You might meet somebody within the next 3 to 6 months. It is cuffing season, and don't rush into something. I'm just saying it right off the bat. Don't rush into something. When it comes to a life partner, you know what I mean? Take your time. Take your time, find that life partner. We all want to be with somebody, but it takes, like I was watching a show. It's by Tyler Perry. What is The Beauty is Black or something like that? When I tell you money and power and status and like sleeping your way to the top is real, those things are absolutely real. And like when you get a karmic person in your life and they feel like they have one up you by sleeping around or sleeping their way to this or that or the other, do you know, like, the average person that is in a competition, they cheat their way there? It's all a matter of getting caught in that situation or circumstance. With the girl with the snake, that's what they did. They got caught and tricked with the phoenix here and the snake here and bounded here to where they have to be. Because, see, they had you. You were the soulmate that they had for a lifetime, with life partner, with soul contract, with partner, with soul connection. For what they chose was the girl with a snake, a charmed or used or enabled or bounded person. When it came to a new phase, when it came to rekindling a situation, it was nothing to rekindle because they burnt the bridge. There was nothing to renew. There was no growth spurt here because it was unlikely to grow here because this person wanted you to change. They wanted you to desperately chase them when it comes to sweet yet fragile. But this also was a sweet deception because they did this to raise to it burned you when they did that, and it might have, like, when I say it burned you, like rising from the phoenix, it's like having to heal from something that somebody made you feel when it came to illusions. Like, these people were really sleeping with your person under vivid escape. They was escaping with multiple people. It wasn't just one or the other. It was multiple people. And when that became crystal clear to somebody in the collective, it might not be everybody. Yours might be just one, and somebody else's might be multiple people that they were sleeping with. But crystally, when you really like focused under the fractured light, like what was breaking this down, like when I told you was that lotus, like why I ain't getting all the light I need, because somebody was blocking it, because the crystal focus says that it was some sweet deception being taking place. When it comes to your focus, like, crystal should be sharp and clear and eliminate distractions, and at the time they couldn't eliminate the distractions because they were unbalanced and they were scrutinizing, and something was needed to be scrutinized closely when it came to these illusions or these unities that they were with, the third parties and people that they were partying and playing with. When it came to unseen pattern, like their pattern started to be like noticeable or something here. When it came to the unity in diversity, no two snowflakes are alike, yet they come together to create something magnificent from strength and unity. So that's what they came and brought, this power against you when it came to a fiery crossroad. So they had to seek shade because something was getting too hot for them. And so what they chose was the option that was causing the most pressure. I gotta say that because they got was the flip side of that. They chose what was causing the most pressure on the balancing and the flux. All right, so say they had caused a ruckus with you and they couldn't come back to you right away, right? Because they was trying to prove to you that they didn't need you, right? So they're going to run away from you. So to prove that they didn't need you, they was going to go stay away. Now they got over here to something that they call themselves, ran off to, that was better than you, right? And got over there and realized, like, God damn it, I fucking hate you. It was a reason why I fucking left you in the first place. And then they start to see those ways again, like, damn, this is the reason why I fucking couldn't stand you from the start in the first place. But then that was that balance of influx right there, where the fragile foundation, it was already a poor foundation from the start. For them to go back there and think that they could put all their trust in this situation without even testing the waters before they went to it. But they thought they did because they thought they had rested and retreated. They thought they had it, but the person was pretending just like they was. You know what I mean? They was wearing a mask, and then they showed them the monster. Basically, the Dr. Jekyll and the Mr. Hyde. You know what I mean? Type shit. That was the flip side, another perspective of the sun. They showed them their dark side. They showed them their shadow side. Right, so that was the sword and the roses. That's where clarity and the truth and revelations, the honor and protection of a determination to get what they wanted. Right, so when the flip side showed up, they said, "Oh, you followed the leader." Like, and then they put a death to you with mortality here. So the devil told God, the devil won in this energy, right? So the devil got what he wanted out of it, right? But then when the collection came in, this is where your person didn't want to pay up. Right? Because they didn't want to, you know what I mean, have to tell you about the third party. They didn't want to have to, you know what I mean, reveal what they had did, because they already was ashamed about it when they was doing it. And they ran from it, because that was the whole purpose of doing what they were doing, is to never have to need you again, remember? Right. That was like farthest from the freaking truth, though. Deep hurt and sad. Like, that was farthest from the truth. You get me what I mean? No matter how they think until they made it and they pretend like they would or whatever, feeling love. Like this bold-faced liar right here that was living a double life, in the midst of them being with who and what and when and where and why and how, people, places, and things, right? Never once, not once, lost sight about you. Because with this saying, deeply saddened, because the choice that they made to go to the other person and immediately realizing that that person wasn't what they want when they couldn't jump back to you, and grieving and despair and broke up. Now, that silence that you put in them, they thought that was weakness. They thought they was winning. The longer you stayed quiet, the longer they thought they was winning. And the moment that they look back and they wasn't getting no reaction out of you, they had distanced themselves with this trailer up here. They had went so far, like you was out of sight, and it was like damn. Was she when was she really the vibe killer? Was she really trying to kill my vibe? Or was it me just being stubborn and wanting shit my own way, being a rock star? Or did I betray her? Or did she betray me, or did I betray her? Like, that's when the copycat came in, like, to make the decision of, like, who betrayed who. Like, so once you ascended, and it was recorded with camera here, and then how reminiscent it was when he called the hotline and talked to God, and I said, yo, listen, I'm going to make this memory when it comes with the pink elephant. I'm going to remind you on how this shit went down. And I'm going to show you when you act like you want to be, you know what I mean, too big for your for the program. I'm gonna quickly remind you, you know what I mean, and prepare you for the new phase that the collective is about to get into, right? When it comes to learning from the past and how much of a perception you about to see when it comes to my chosen one. Okay, you little liar, you little bold-faced liar, in denial about what your truth was. All right, well, now you were stubborn to take the collective's offer, and I'm pretty sure you offered collective, and you said, nah, I don't want a separation. Nah, I'm going over here. I'm sad. I'm hurt. I'm fucking blinded. I'm bitter. I'm missing you, thinking about you, and concerning future with you, cause you don't want me. You ain't chased me. You didn't call me and say you love me like you said you did. All right. And they didn't do the same thing to you when they were sleeping with whoever they were sleeping with. They didn't call you and tell you about it. Well, babe, I did something wrong tonight, and I'm calling you to tell you that I did you wrong. They didn't call you and tell you that line, so then shit. The propaganda says, well, they was enjoying doing it. The propaganda says that with the snake here eating itself, well, I ran down the rabbit hole and I ate myself with it. You know what I mean? I can't blame nobody, and I can't be deceived by nobody else because I chose this. You know what I mean? The shit. Right. Passion. I chose passion over true love. And that's the dragonfly in reverse. Like, where things come to the light. Well, when you brought your light, I got irritated by it and it triggered me. That's what happened when it came to the dragonfly. And I got mad, right? And anger came in, anger management. I couldn't manage my anger about how they deceived you and made you feel like, made me feel like I was responsible for something. And you was, dragonfly said, and then I came back up right. Which things was coming together to the light because that irritated, that's the truth. When it came to you ascending, okay? And you walked off and didn't say nothing else. Like, okay, well, shit, learn from that and learn expression. Learn from people's expression. What the bad Angela say, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. Right. Hopscotch ass. There you go, ninja. Right. I like these words, boy. That's a nice one right there. Hopscotch. Hopscotch. I like that. Hopping back and forth. You see this shit jumping out like this? No. Ungrounded though, wherever they are, because they couldn't embrace the rare. But they also wasn't able to rest and retreat to rebound because they had caught up with too much baggage. But see, here's the target back again. Here we back to the target. That was what was targeted in the first place when it came to the Wheel of Fortune. Unfortunately, it wasn't in their favor. They wanted it to be targeted against you when it was like misery is company. Like, I mean, like they wanted to stop. This is where they wanted to take you and make exhaust you from your energy and give you their miserable, dried out energy so they could take that shit over there and make things possible with possibilities over there with the third party. You know what I mean? Like, but since you didn't give them the reaction or the response or the whatever they were looking for, it became a clouded judgment. Like, it went too deep. Like how the contract that they chose over you with the with the copycat, because details mattered here in this energy. I gotta tell you, like, literally, details matter. Because no two snowflakes was gonna be the same in this situation. So instead of them being able to go by the snowflake by what it looked like, they had to go by the details and scrutinize the details very closely to figure out the difference between all of the things that they were choosing from. Like when it came to these illusions. Break it down, Spirit. Break it down, baby. Break it down. That's how he came out of denial. Because then, with perspective here, said they felt like they were better off with the illusions of the unity of more than to take the comparison of one that they couldn't compare you with no other float with the people that they were around. They could you just was just like, say they were all squares and you was a circle. You was a circle on your own. So they opened their heart to the unity of all of those and broke your heart, put their heart on the string for them, went under receptive to those other people, collective, squad, a posse, or a group, and then hope that because this was the breaking point when it came to limit. Now this was a limited thought, because at the time they was like, shit, they was pushed against the blade and was like, all right, well, I either got the final straw and I got some over and I'm overwhelmed with what I got going on anyway, because I got some other shit going on in the background with some DNA alpha hex shit going on when it comes to how grounded I am and how entangled I am with this shit, where something about to be projected back to me when it comes to how I was chopping it up with some fucking body. But I still wanted the collective to chest when it came to the pursuit and how toxic I am and wanting my cake and eat it too when it came to resilience, because I still want to be able to bounce back to you. You know what I mean? Like, because even though I ghosted you, I still wanted to be and deceived you with the third party. I still wanted to be able to, you know what I mean, the shadows of the past. I still want, and unseen, still be able to watch you and still be able to come back and check you out when I got ready to, when it came to, you know what I mean, lightening up my load. Once that shit got a little lighter and I'd be able to, you know what I mean, figure shit out a little bit down the journey, and the burden wasn't so heavy on me, I come back and check you out, you know what I mean, and every step forward carry the weight of the past, and then I just bring that shit right back to you when it got over. But then you said hell to the no. This mass reality said nah, partner. I done seen that fucking monster, and I ain't for that shit no more. And you know what I mean? I ain't for your pretending. I ain't for your mask. I ain't for your exaggeration. I ain't here behind the painted smile. Deeper truths are concealed. Look beyond the mask. So like when people have to play, like I was watching, like I said, that show Black is Beauty by Tyler Perry, right? That's a lot of some of everything going on there. Sex, rock and roll, strong nudity. I mean everything in that shit, right? But when I do get out of that energy, like it's like it's all about a dollar. Like this one got rid of this person's wife because of money and power and position, and like it's like like for a little phone call over here to this person, I could get you off in the next 20-30 minutes, like type shit. So like this is Tower. Somebody is definitely bluffing, and somebody got tired of pretending a situation or a circumstance, you, them, you, when it came to infatuations of a confession or some kind of admiration or addiction, some kind of obsession. They really obsessed with you, but they trying to hide this obsession in the shadows. Somebody's still doing shadow work, candle work too. Somebody wants to offer you with the Three of Sun. This King of Swords is also wanting to write you something and tell you something. They might even want to write you a letter, but they also might want to write a check out for you too. Somebody might be writing out a check for somebody. Somebody that was bluffing or pretending or exaggerating. Somebody might be writing out a check for you, because I see the quill and a man's writing with the quill of the King of Swords. He might have to write you out a check here. Yeah, think yeah about money. It might be slow to get it, but you definitely gonna be right out of the check or something. Might be coming up soon. It was slow to get this check, but it's coming. Somebody mad about having to give it to you though, because instead of it's sex, now they gotta present you with some cash or something, some money or something first. And they didn't want to have to do that because they went and spent it with the third party, and they might not got what you need right now with the possibilities. That's why they think they want to come in. It was this fake apology, but they didn't give you when they should have. So the head is on flames. Why they didn't offer to you at the time, King of Wands? They just said they ghosted you instead. Like they couldn't offer you it. No, they went for the trick instead. That's why they ghosted you with the with the lantern here. They couldn't offer you that. They went to the trick. They wasn't disciplined enough. They were too immature. Yeah. Yeah, they had too many options. That's 7 of Cups. They had too many options. Yeah, and that shit caused a lot of conflict. Yeah. Ha! Ha! Yeah, look at that shit. Page of Cups. And whoever that shit is that they picking, look at that shit. Somebody could have a small baby. Somebody, that shit is fishy as shit. That could be somebody else's baby. Queen of Cups. Look how she looking. Like, this is a tower about to happen. This is somebody else's baby. Somebody gets around. This person has a lot of sex. It's investigated that this person might not be, this baby might not be this person's baby. Like, seriously. That's just a nest of babies. This person might got a house full of damn babies. But then again, somebody could be getting pregnant on it on purpose to trap somebody here because this person is infatuated with a person with obsession here. Oh yeah, hey bitch, yep. Page of Wands. That's somebody with a little bit of passion for this person. Like, hey bitch, you know I'm pregnant. Did you hear about so and so's pregnant? They're keeping this sex shop secret alive. Quiet, I meant to say. Yeah, somebody fried. That's the sun again. Sun, sun, sun. Somebody might be having a son. Somebody that gets high on drugs might be high with their kid. Some boyfriend, 2 a.m., 203, Page of Cups. Little bit of emotion for this boyfriend. This boyfriend got a little bit of emotion for this person that they call and tell them on the phone that they pregnant. Somebody that they slept around with. Somebody they was giving money for sex. This person don't care though. He like, what? Pregnant. I ain't even nutting you. And High Priestess said, yes, you did. Fuck it. I don't care. Death. I'ma die anyway. It was toxic. Yeah, I drank the poison. So what? It's your baby. I got my baby with you. Whatever. He gay. That's emotions. He don't know who he is. If he want to be a man or want to be with a woman, be with a man. It's a beard situation. They don't care. Deadly energy. Shit, runner. He gonna run away. Fear of intimacy, running away, intensity. Once it gets intense, this person's gonna let go, turmoil, and fleeing. This person, babies don't keep men. Okay, I don't care who they are. Babies don't keep men. This person could go to jail with the police here. Police. Somebody that is unconditional love. They want to come back to you and tell you they love you. But they say that it's a clarity that they love you. It's a clarity that they found a truth. It's a clarity that they determined to come back your way here. It's a determination. That because they traveled away from you here. And they feel wounded here. Let me one out of this one. Give me one out of here. Tell me what the travel is. What they want? Who's infatuated with this person, and why is this still undeserving love or an affection? Why is this here? Sacred site. This is also intensification. Something's getting intense. Whoever they're with, this shit is starting to get fucking intense with them over there. Why? Because they want a higher commitment with you. Something about a partnership or a union or a completion. They want to complete something here after you came out of the Phoenix here, and then the twin flame. They want to get rid of that, but they gonna keep that person in the background for some reason. I don't fucking know. All right, tell me this stuff. What's this hocus pocus they got going on? The truth. What's this travel? Tell me about this manifestation. What they trying to manifest? What's this conflict? What's this copycat doing? Who is this unity of illusions? Who is this people? Um, Shit, that's the damn Queen of Candles. Somebody that they over there fucking like Madonna, like a virgin, touched for the very first time. Yeah, some bitch is a Sanderson, some witch, some bitch that hate kids. It's a bitch that hate kids. Yeah, all right, well, he was trying to have a baby with her, so King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, King of Candles. King of Candles and Queen of Candles. They in a relationship. Doing work together. And all three Sanders sisters is in just situation. Whatever they're doing. All three sisters is here. Yeah, well, I gotta say. 8 of Candles. So 8 of Wands. That's a message of concern. That there is some lightning striking here. There's some storm coming. When it comes to 5 of Pumpkins. Shit. Somebody motherfucking devil's work. Somebody out here giving gaslight, master illusion, master manipulator, master fucking trauma bonder, master charmer, master gaslighter, master of illusions. Some kind of shit you don't see coming until it's you. They didn't charm you out your fucking drawers with it. It's a bad choice. Or the person did that to them. One or two. Shit. That your person sitting in their arm like a dog, but this is a masculine energy. He a dog. When it comes to what is masculine, the master at betraying people. So be bravery, be brave. Let that don't tell that hoe to, cause shit's about to get fishy for her. Whoever this person is. Look, don't tell them nothing. Shit about to get real crazy. This person about to show them who the fuck they really is. Aware. Awareness important in Vegas. Getting ready to get deep with heart shit. She about to feel it. They about to show them. They ready to do them dirtier than they did you. Yeah, watch. Manifesting them doing dirty better than you. So 8, 7, 7, 8 is what I told you earlier. Here's your 7. When it came to bravery, here's your 8 on the message. 9. What was 9? No, 14 said it's a temperance. It's trying to this is who they poured into with moderation. They was pouring into this person. Shit. And I mean moderately. Shit. And they said ambitious. They threw some plans away with this. They made plans with this person. Shit. Well, give me some more. Shit, regret it too at that. And that's regrets. 3, 5. 5 of Cups said they regret it when it came to the 9 of Cups under empathy. They felt sorry for somebody and regret feeling sorry for them because it backfired on them. What that say? Victory. They ain't win. Somebody else won. The other person, 3 of Swords. Hard, disappointed too. Woman, man or woman. I don't know who it is. But they mad. Under infatuated. Adored. But they thought this person was going to adore them like they adored you. And that shit didn't go as deep as they thought. Because your person really loved you. They was playing with them. They was just sex and a good time and a freaky link or somebody that could lick their balls and twirl them around in a circle for them and all that shit. But you, on the other hand, you was somebody that was genuine and real and gave genuine love, regardless of what that person tried to tell other people about you. 6 of Chalice. Shit. That right there is how they breadcrumb the subject. Told one person one thing, told another person another thing, all while they mapped out something else for something or someone else under the Emperor. Some bitch could be a stud out here. She could be in her masculine, feminine energy. Under the 8 of Cups. So somebody walked away with the runner here. Fuck it, I'll walk away. Somebody didn't care about walking away when it came to the devil. Or death put an end to it. They didn't care. They didn't care to walk away with you, so you didn't care about walking away from them. Because this person was howling at the fucking moon. And he was being a razorback, Page of Chalice. Some kind of fishy situation when it came to their cup. And how they deal with this situation when it came to the talk cards on the table. It was a dirty deal. It was a dirty offer. This person wasn't a star. This person was the star of that show. But believe that everybody leaves, so eventually that person will leave too. That's what they believe. They want to rekindle and they'll go back to some other third party with the infinite cycle here. Yep. Hello, honey, I'm home. But that might not work with you anymore, so they can't come, honey, I'm home, back to you. And shit, you rolling in the money right now. Some money coming in the future for you. Somebody that is driving driving a decision. They drove a decision to sacrifice you for a two of pentacles, jug you for whatever their desire was with courage. They did that with strength. Okay, tell me about this shit, and then I'm getting ready to get out of here, y'all. Something about dreams, pipe dreams, and then boundaries. You set some. You set strong boundaries, and this person wasn't ready for it. This person thought they would always be able to come and go in your life. This person always thought that you would be a revolving door for their bullshit. And then when you decided to close that chapter, this person got angry because they wanted to still live the lifestyle of a nightlife of a gigolo or a gigaho. I don't know. But they want to come in here with this fucking rash decision or rash apology that is like insincere. And somebody realizes that they should have gave you a better apology before now, instead of waiting and sabotaging it and thinking that you should have been was going to chase them for an apology or whatever, or closure or whatever. Now they need the strength to come in here, even with this insincere apology. They don't even have the strength. Move forward bravely, the cliff of the universe. Because they can't come around the universe. How they going to come around the people that's blocking? Divine intervention is blocking them. How they coming around there from being silent? They can't talk to you. And they closed off and be quiet and alone. Believe in the light within. The light that you had within was irritating them, so they pushed you away. So that became a collision with the third party that they chose over you with the dream. Under passion. All it was passion. And then when the spell wear off, they ain't gonna like that person either. They gonna run away. No matter if kids is involved or what. Run. What I say 3 times. Running out of this situation. Passion, good time, gone. Shit. That's it. Hey. Tell me some more. The collision says, collide with new sparks. Don't be afraid of arguments. Because when the argument comes, they're going to escape, deny, and excuse themselves right out the side. Cut off, cutting ties. Freedom, standing up and awakening. Yup, and then they want to come back to you. That's that back and forth. That's also like, make up the breakup or break up the makeup type energy with this apology here. Yeah, that's trap though. That's trapping them there. Keep doing that shit though. And they got nothing to do with you though. Yeah, that's what it's. Well, they do got to do it. They said they want to come tell you that. So they said they stuck with no option, and you won't forgive them, Divine Feminine, that you cut them off, and now you standing up for yourself. And they should have, because they was too toxic. Shit, you ain't going for that shit. Look, they salty though. Bottom of the deck, masculine and salty over the shit they chose over you. Like literally. Like dash for the object. That was a dancing with that person. That could have been dancing with the devil. You know what I mean? They wish they didn't do that shit though. Yeah, because they can't. This masculine shit can't stand to see you shine. Like that shit was irritating them. Like they wanted to get. They want. Maybe like I said, they was too big for the program. They wanted to shine over you. Maybe you had people liking you. Maybe you had people like that admired you. In the same way, they had people that admired them, and that shit went to their head. They wanted everything. Like they wanted to center their attention of everything. They was greedy for everything. They didn't want you to have anything. They didn't want nobody else to have you. They don't want you, but they don't want. That's why say they're stuck with no options. Because they're trapped. They don't want you, but they don't want nobody else to have you. That's the trap. That's the trap. Remember, it was all about a need, the reason why they walked away from you in the first place. Right. Remember who you are. Remember, they didn't want you. They didn't need you. That's who you are. They didn't need you. You didn't go with the narrative of, like, seeing the mask slip and still going for this facade. You didn't do that. Right. So it became an intentional stillness between you and them. Now listen to the music of your soul. Now you going with whatever order, divine order is playing for you in your energy of purpose. Especially when it came from rising from the ashes, when it came to the phoenix sun, when it came to a higher commitment they didn't offer you, and they offered it to a third party. Like, shit, you don't got to stay for this. When it comes to retract, you tracked your feelings. You retracted your power. So at the bottom of the deck, we got the quest into the subconscious, and this is where the transition in a situation or a circumstance when it came to, a higher honor in a situation or a circumstance when shit came to falling apart and getting away in some kind of distance when it came to a situation or a circumstance, feeling undeserving of you and the love and affection that you had to offer. When it comes to blooming in the mud, that's your lotus right there. That's you. They didn't feel like they was deserving after they had gave you nothing, and you bloomed on your own and right in front of them. They couldn't offer you nothing with the here. They couldn't offer you nothing, cause what could they offer you with them looking like this? They were so stubborn. They couldn't offer you anything. They couldn't offer you nothing. They couldn't. They was also still like trying to play the shit cool. They couldn't offer you nothing. They was just still trying to play it cool, stubborn, in shame, in regret, and still like marveling what they thought they could have with other people in front of you. Like they still thought they had the throne position when they forfeited it for the third party. Got to be careful. You got to be careful when you playing these fucking street games with people. That shit indecisive right there. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life, but they didn't. They used it in the wrong way though, to get them something that they didn't that didn't serve them. When it comes to empathy, that came in already, and then their grief, they sorrow over the shit that they stirred up where they shouldn't, made a mess and it shouldn't, right? And now they don't want to clean it up. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to approach it. Oh, to appreciate it. I said approach. Right? Somebody wants to approach you because they appreciate you now. When it came to their grief, good grief, girl, boy, you made me feel hurt. But they made themselves feel hurt because they didn't want to do the work when it came to their health. They was making unhealthy choices. Unhealthy choices came in, but health is here. And that might also be something that they be going through from sleeping around with all these multiple people. Could be having an STD issue. And also with a lot of people in this energy, STDs and HIVs, and people are going undetected, or not even undetected, but untreated, as well as passing diseases around. So when I tell y'all to go to the doctor, I'm telling you that as a warning or a caution, because spreading of these diseases, and we're seeing where on the news, Texas, Philadelphia, New York, Atlanta, and different places like that, those diseases are spreading at a large number. I was looking at a nurse, said she had 5 patients come into the hospital 2 days ago. 5 or more came in with the STD. So they passing it around, y'all. So just be careful going around. It's round and round in this cycle. And these people is passing it. They're not wearing protection. And just protect yourself. And if not a physical disease or dis-ease, it could be demons. Spiritual demons that could be attached to your person. And they'll put those deities or demons on you. You know? And then that would be some kind of incompatibility, some kind of make you feel crazy. What about this retracted energy? What about this retracted energy? Use your intuition. So we got this is a trickster energy, so be careful. This person might be coming in and trick you, charm you, or play a phony trick tale with you. And I'm gonna get a because it's a 0 energy. So this person is really just like willing to take a leap of faith, even if it don't work in their favor, because they're really not putting any work into it. It's like a one-sided deal. And even it could be a new person too. Just be careful. Queen Bee, they see you rising, that's why. And they want to come in and trick you out of your spot, or trick somebody out of getting you or something like that. Because you're focused and your career, and you're bossing up on these folks. Yeah, they want to GPS you. You ain't tracking them down, so they want to track you now. You don't really care about this person. I gotta tell you. Yeah, they want to come in and tell you some sweet talk, but they say this is just some phony shit though. They want to sweet talk you. Mm. Yeah, divine feminine. They want to come in and sweet talk you. This person is definitely losing sleep over not talking to you, and they want to not tell you not specifically to pop the question, but they might want to ask you a question about why you don't miss them the way they miss you, and why your feelings is not the same as theirs, and like why you not illuminating and like chasing after them, like, and why you don't want to just like be like just cool with them for a little bit or something, like, but like they ain't really bad business. They like just saying like, you know what I mean? I might have didn't give you what you wanted, but I ain't bad business, you know what I mean? I had a few affairs, but you know what I mean? Nothing enough to be you for you to be fed up with me. You know what I mean? Like fuck, it's got a nerve, right? I would shit, you rejected me. They said you rejected them because they was shady. Yeah, they sure was to you. They was real shady. Yeah, now the temperature. Now they want to temporarily taking a cooling out over here, and shit is melting over here. They literally like suffering without you. I gotta tell you, they suffering, but it's all smoking. It's all illusions. It's all phony though. I gotta tell you, it's all fake love. It ain't real. This is their love language, and it ain't real. Yeah, nah, this person's a sneaky liar, trick, fucking. It's a no. It's a player. It's a fucking no. Yeah, no, and they stubborn. They ain't really gonna take your offer. They gonna chase. They gonna come to you, but they ain't gonna take no offer though. It's a fucking player. You wanna play head games, mind games, trickery, just some bullshit to see if they got you on the string still. With no string here. Hell no. It's cut off. Like it's a no. It's a no, y'all. For me, it's a jackass. It's a no. They got low self-esteem. They ain't even confident to come towards you, and they are recruiting haters against you. Hell no. Return to sender. It backfires on them. So it's a no, y'all. All right, you guys. I'm gonna catch you guys a little later. I appreciate you guys joining me, and thank you guys for being part of the live. Now I'm gonna stay over. Let me catch the messages. Hopscotch. I made his teeth hurt because he was talking to other bitches. Stay out of people's face, trying to get picked, chosen, pick me, seven, sob story. That's it. That right there, chocolate girl, right there. That sob story. That's that manipulation to play. That's that when they sit there and tell these people these sob stories. That's the victimhood and playing victim. So that they could get, you know what I mean, so they can win over that person. So like, oh, she was doing this or she was doing that, but you was right to make they damn teeth hurt. Little liars. I wish I'd have made mine's teeth hurt. But they just wasted. They was just here wasting your time, and you know what I mean. Now this jackass is gonna be wishing that they wasn't too busy when they see you with your glow up. But I also want to tell you guys, I'm gonna catch y'all guys a little later, and I appreciate y'all stopping in. Namaste.